Okay. I think I figured it out. Guys, I'm so done. Like, this is my job. I need to, I promise I know how. I think I figured it out. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Because I can see your comments now. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I was doing was I had the toolbox pulled up and not the chat. I had it all wrong, which is kind of embarrassing because I do this, as I said, part of my job is doing this. But yay, the comments work now. Okay, so I've already went through a few questions. So if you are watching this on replay, you'll have to, I guess, watch two. Oh, that's good to know that they're not backwards because they're backwards on my screen. Anyway, we're back. We're good. Now I can read your comments. I'm so excited. And you can hear me, right? Okay. Okay. I already answered this one. So, next question. This is a tricky one. Okay. Hey guys. Hey Ashley. This one is from the Planner Junkie, which if you didn't know, I'm on her PR team now. If you could no longer use the Happy Planner, what would you use? I don't know. That's a real answer. For years, I wanted to use an Erin Condren, but I'm a cheapo and I would never spend the money. So I really don't know. I would have to do some research as to what works for me. Michelle. I really love the how you can customize a Happy Planner. That's what I love the most about it. So I would have to do some research. I would say maybe the Erin Condren just because the layout's pretty similar, but you can't add things in. So maybe no, Katie, the problem was that I'm on my desktop, but I had like the Hangout toolbox open and not the site. Anyway, I figured it out and I should know. I should know this because this is my job. This is literally what I get paid to do. I figured it out though. Woo! Anyway, I would have to do research, something similar to the Happy Planner, probably something with discs. Yes, Staples Arc, the Staples Arc, because it's pretty much the same thing. I just love the disc system. So Summer from the Planner Junkie, thanks for giving me a really hard question. And the answer is, I don't know. Heather, your handwriting looks like mine on your sign. Same Z's. Same Z's. Yours is way better, so I don't know what you're talking about. Michelle is playing the happies on Instagram. Y'all didn't know that. And her handwriting is life. It's life. Okay. This one is from Rachel Dittrick. And it says, how has having a planner improved your life and your lifestyle? I never got an EC either. It's too expensive. It is expensive, and I'm a cheapo. I'm such a cheapo. And so the Happy Planner was perfect for me because I saw it and I was like, this is the same thing. I have looked at Traveler's notebooks. I've looked at them. And I think I'd have fun with it. I think that would be a lot of fun. So maybe a Traveler's notebook. Anyway, how has planning improved your lifestyle? I'm a very forgetful person. I forget things really easily. So writing it down, and even in multiple planners, because sometimes I write it in my teacher planner and my home planner and my on-the-go planner, and it helps me to remember things. I remember birthdays better. I remember things I'm supposed to do, things I'm supposed to get from the store. I feel really organized. Another way that I think it has improved my life is just all the friends I've made. I mean, I've had friends before, but I've met some really amazing people through it. So planning has made me more organized. I think the organization has made me a happy person. I know, aren't these great questions? I had like over 100 questions. There are so many good ones. I could probably sit here all day. So here's another good question. This one's from Mandy Jo Maple. And it says, do you mostly plan at home or on the go? I mostly plan at home. I mostly plan right here where I'm sitting right now. I have like a white poster board, and I have my lighting and my tripods over there. And as you can see behind me, a lot of my supplies are on the shelf over there, and I have my desk back there. So I do most of my planning right here in this room. The only planning that I do on the go is like I have my work planner at work. It's not quite as decorative as my other planners. Evelyn, are you the one who emailed me from Guatemala? Your pictures of Guatemala were so pretty. I loved that email. Thank you for sending it to me. Planners are the best. Did you used to do scrapbooking? Like I made a scrapbook for one of my college boyfriends. I made a scrapbook. I would like start a scrapbook and never finish it. My mom was a big scrapbooker. I have amazing scrapbooks that my mom made. They're actually, I think they're right up here. Yeah, they're actually right up there. She was a big scrapbooker, but I would try and then I would like give up on it. Anyway, I play mostly at home. My work planner stays at work, and then the only planning that I do on the go is my mini planner. But I feel like I decorate it here, and then I might fill it in with a pen on the go, but I'm not really decorating on the go. So I don't really decorate on the go, but mainly because I go to work and I come home and I go to work and I come home. So I don't really know where I would decorate besides that. Okay, next question from Zelda4. What inspired you to start your YouTube channel? You guys did. I didn't want to do a YouTube channel. I really had no desire to do a YouTube channel. I had no idea what I would talk about on a YouTube channel. You love the bookcase. That's so funny because y'all are distracting me from the question. But anyway, this is like a built-in bookshelf, and since we bought the house, I've been begging Matthew to let me paint it white. I hate the color of it. And he finally agreed to let me do it over Christmas break. And then I got lazy and I didn't do it. So maybe spring break. Holly, you want to help me paint the bookcase over spring break? Yes, I'm a teacher. I taught in the classroom for 6 years. Now I'm a technology specialist, an instructional technology specialist at an elementary school. So I help teachers use technology in their class. Anyway, you guys inspired me to start my YouTube channel. I had so many people comment and message me and beg me for a YouTube channel. I mean, beg. And so finally I was like, fine, I'm just going to do it. Why not? Why not take a leap of faith? And I've actually loved it. Y'all have seen it. I've been pumping out videos like crazy, but it's because I love it. It's not work to me. I love making the videos. It kind of ties in really well with my day job. Because like making videos and with fun apps and stuff like that, that's what I do. And so to come home and then make the same kind of stuff, but with stuff that I love, my YouTube channel is a perfect blend of my real job and my hobby. So white would be so pretty. You are right, Melissa. I want it to be white so bad, but I also don't want, the biggest thing that's keeping me from painting it white is the fact that I'm going to have to take all of that off the shelf to paint it white. And it would mess up my office, and I just haven't gotten into it. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me because sometimes I don't know, if people are going to like them, but most people seem to like them. There's a few people who obviously don't like them, which to each their own. Not everyone's going to like your videos. That's fine with me. I don't make them for every single person, but I'm glad that a lot of you do like them. Thanks. All right, this one is from Thive the Turtle. What is the one planner tool you could never give up? The one planner tool you could never give up. That would probably be, sorry, I'm reaching for it, my Papermate flare pens. I love Papermate flare pens. I know they're not really, I guess, some people may not call them a planner tool. I call them a planner tool because honestly, if you have a planner and you have a pen, then you can plan. You can write with pretty letters. You can doodle. You can draw pictures. All you really have to have is a pen and a planner. And Papermate flares are my favorite because they're so colorful. And they write like a marker, and they're just really cute. And so my planner tool that I can never give up, I love it. Love it. And I've been using Papermate Flares for years. These have been my pens for like since high school. I mean, these are my pens. And the fact that they don't bleed through in the Happy Planner makes them even better. Flares are the best. Evelyn, you have to get them. You have to get them. They're the best. Here's a question from S. Sears 89. I hope it's not weird that I'm like calling out the people who gave me the question. Oh, I'm glad you couldn't see me either, Kristen. That makes me feel not so dumb. Need lettering help. Oh my gosh. How about Michelle? Where's Michelle? She was on here earlier. Are you still here, Michelle? How about Michelle does a lettering video for us? Michelle lives about 40 minutes from me, and I keep telling her we need to get together anyway. So, Michelle, you should come and do a lettering video with me. She can teach you brush lettering. I'll teach y'all lettering with a Papermate Flare. I'm all about that. But lettering with a brush pen, Michelle still sends me tutorial videos. She'll be like, girl, that don't look good. Try it this way. And I'm like, okay. So, Michelle, if you're in here, I'm calling you out. You need to teach my people, our people, how to brush letter. I'll teach y'all how to letter with a Papermate Flare. Michelle can do the rest. I probably won't tackle brush lettering. I'm not that good at it. Like, Michelle, don't look too closely because I thickened the lines. I didn't do it the way you taught me. Anyway, what do you like most about the mini Happy Planner? I like how portable it is. I like how easy it is to throw in my purse. I like that I can easily keep a grocery list. I like that I can easily write my errands in it. I like how cute it is. Everything's better, miniature size. What do I like most? Its size, probably, because it's super portable. It doesn't weigh a lot in my purse. I'm not carrying around this big old hunker of a planner anymore. So probably the size. Show us both ways. I actually, the other day, y'all have begged for a lettering video. And the other day I filmed one. I did. I sat down, I filmed this great lettering video. Probably wasn't great, decent. I went to edit it, and my camera, because I film on my iPad, my camera had been flipped around. So instead of facing the table, it was facing the roof. And so you couldn't see anything. And I just haven't had time to film since then. Do a flare lettering video first. Okay. I'll do a flare lettering video. I already have my videos planned for next week, but I will do it soon. I'm in Texas. See, Mitchell, I'm in Texas. Okay. Next question. What do you do with your planners once the year is over? What do you do with your planners once the year is over? I don't throw them away. I put a lot of money into them, a lot of time into them. And even my normal planners that don't have pictures in them, they're still kind of a memory plan. You can remember what you were doing. So they are actually, what do I do with them, you ask? They are right here. On my bookshelf. So this was my first planner, my first Happy Planner. I used it for 12 months, and it was the only planner that I used. So I spent like a year really diving into the Happy Planner. It is thick, thick, thick. Look how thick that baby is. 12 months, jam-packed on the expander discs. But I could not bear to throw it away. There's a lot of love in here. There's a lot of memories in here. There's a lot of mistakes in here, but I kept it. You're in Fort Worth. Okay. Okay. Hey, Claudia. Well, maybe we should plan a meetup. Not too far from there. Not too far at all. And then this is my memory planner from last year, which obviously is more like a scrapbook. So I'm not going to throw it away. I think this is the cover. This color is from Hello Pretty Planner on Etsy. She makes the cutest covers. I have a ton from her. Let me see what other ones I have in here, because this is also where I keep just my extra covers. This one is from her. Follow Your Dreams. I think I have one other from her. This one is from her. which is actually really similar to the Happy Planner one. So yeah. Anyway, to answer that question, what do you do with them when the year's over? I put them on my shelf. I still flip through them. I still refer to them, especially the memory planner one. Matthew loves to look. He actually loves to look at the memory planner one. So yeah, I love the video your husband made for Valentine's Day. Me too. Isn't he the best? You plan it, you will come. We will come. You know, I need to. I need to plan a local meetup just for us to hang out. Maybe I can convince Michelle to help me. She doesn't live too far from here. I'm kind of thinking Michelle's not watching anymore since she hasn't responded to our brush lettering request, but I'll text her. Anyway, what was your very first planner? This is from Danny with a Plan. What was your very first planner? I'm assuming this is like my first planner ever, not just my Happy Planner. So I would say the middle school I went to would buy us agendas every year. And you would write your homework in it and your test and stuff like that. So that's probably my very first planner. Wasn't decorative, but back in middle school, I used a planner. All right, this question is from A.D. Jackson. I love this question. It says, what is your favorite way to craft aside from planning? My favorite way to craft is I actually love to paint. I don't post it very often or ever on my Instagram, but I actually painted a lot before planning. Now, I don't mean paint like paint beautiful scenery or anything like that. I paint more like cutesy type canvases that you might hang like in a teacher's room or a kid's room or something like that. So nothing like fantastic, but I do love to paint. I also love to party plan. I don't know if that's really considered a craft, but I love to party plan and make things for parties. So those are not all the questions that were asked. There were tons of questions. I'm going to have to go back and get more, which I should probably actually save these so that I can remember what questions that I asked. But then I wrote down even more questions. These are not on fancy paper. These are just written on a note sheet. I'd love to see what you've painted. I don't know if you can see, how well you can see the canvases on the wall back here, but I painted all of those. Those are just quotes, nothing fancy. Besides that, I don't know if I really have anything in here that I painted. Anyway, so I have a few more questions that I'm going to share, and then we'll be done. Or you can ask your questions. So here we go. Next one, how did you meet Mr. Kell of a Plan? This one is from Ray Jane. We actually met online. And I think I'm actually going to make a video this weekend kind of about our story because a ton of people have asked for that too. People love Matthew on here. He loves it too. I'm always like, people love you, Matthew, Mr. Kell of a Plan. And he's like, I know. I'm just lovable. I'm like, he's getting his head big. But anyway, I think I'm going to make a video this weekend of like our story because a lot of people asked a lot of questions about it. I thought it'd be cute to put up there like on Valentine's Day or something. The next question is from Game Plan GG. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I think she asked both of these. How did you become a member of the Maybe Design team? They opened up applications in August, and you just apply. You have to turn in 5 projects that kind of show what you're capable of making, and they you also like fill out, you write like a paragraph about why you would be good on their team, and they pick people from those applications. I think one reason that they might have picked me is just that I was really dedicated to the community, and I had really put myself out there. So but I applied. That's how I became a member. And so they'll have applications again, I'm assuming, in the fall. And you can apply to become a member. So yeah, that's how you do it. Just look for those applications. This year was in August. I'm assuming it'll be around the same time in 2017. So the next question, how long ago did you start your Instagram, and did you expect it to become so big? So I opened, are you limited to Mamby products only? No, they do not tell us what products we use, what products we can or can't use. No, they don't do that. We can use whatever we want to use. I really only use Mamby products because I love them. I think they're beautiful. I think they are affordable. I love that you can easily get them with a coupon. They're local, like you can buy them at local stores, but we are not limited. We can use whatever we want to use. And most of the girls on the team are actually on multiple design teams for other companies. The only time that they limit us to their products is the 2 projects that we turn in a month. Have to be mostly their product, but we are not limited to Mamby products. They have never told us that we can only use their stuff. I know that some people think that, but that's not true. So anyway, how long ago did you start your Instagram and did you expect it to become so big? So I got my first Happy Planner in September and I started my first Instagram like a week later because I started following people in the planning community and I realized I needed an account just for planning. I never, ever thought it would get as big as it's gotten. I remember it took me like 2 months to get to 100 followers. And I remember when I hit 100, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, 100 people are following me. And I did a huge giveaway. I mean, I gave away a planner, stickers, washi. I gave away so much stuff because I could not believe that 100 people were following me. And then I remember that was in like September. And then in February was the first time the Happy Planner regrammed one of my pictures. And I was like, oh my gosh, Matthew, they regrammed my picture. And I was so excited. I remember like a week or two, couple weeks around then, whenever was when Stephanie first started following me. And I was like, Stephanie Fleming's following me. I never thought it would get as big as it is now. Like it blows my mind every time I get on Instagram and I see that more people have followed me. It's seriously like, I'm like, even now, even when I'm at 10K, every time someone follows me, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy that they care what I'm doing. It's just crazy. I never thought it would ever hit this much. But I love it. I love sharing what I create. And I love that it helps so many other people find their planning groove. So, all right, next question. How do you deal with being a sticker hoarder? I don't deal with it. I accept it. I embrace it. Thank you, Mary. That's really sweet. I am a sticker hoarder. I have multiple copies of multiple sticker books. And I kind of got to the point when they released the 13 sticker books and they all arrived at my doorstep that I was like, this is a lot of stickers. So now I use a lot more stickers in my spread because I know that I have so many stickers and they're just going to keep coming out with stickers. So I need to use them and I just need to just use it. Like, it's just a sticker. Like, do I really need to hoard it? I don't know. Yes, I do. So how do you deal with being a sticker hoarder? You just try your best to use the stickers, I guess. I mean, you just have to tell yourself it's a sticker. It's meant to be used in my planner. I like it. It will look good with the spread, so I'm going to use it. And then if you regret it later, you go and buy a copy of that book so that you have another one. I'm just kidding. How and where do you store your stickers? So the desk that I'm sitting at right now is kind of where I plan the most. So it's kind of a two-sided question because when they first came out with just a few sticker books, I made my sticker books like these. So I have four sticker books that are this big with this many stickers. I have 4. Oops, something fell off my desk. I have 4. So I have this one, and I have this one, and then I have 2 more on a shelf over there of even older stickers, which honestly, these sticker books have kind of helped me embrace not being a sticker hoarder. Some of these are old stickers and they're still here. I haven't used them, and now I have all these new stickers. So I'm like, just use them or you're just going to be drowning in stickers eventually. So I have those, and then I also have these 18 sticker books in this basket. They fit in this basket. And I just have this elastic band on them to kind of hold all the pages together in case they get unglued. And right now this just kind of sits on my desk because I use it so often that it just works for me. So that's where I store them. Okay, next question. Do you feel that you have planner peace? From Chacon Loves Life. Yes and no. I love the planners that I'm using, and they help me feel really organized. I don't know if planner peace is a serious thing, though, because planners are constantly changing. They're constantly coming out with new product. You're always going to feel like you have to keep up. So sometimes you just have to be like, no, I'm good. I have what I need. I don't need that. I just feel like sometimes people get too caught up in planner peace. So yes, I have planner peace in the fact that the system I have right now works for me. So next question, background on yourself and your family life. This is from Ava's Country Cupboard. Background on myself. I'm just going to do a real fast little spill, and maybe I'll make another video later with all of this. I was born and raised in Alabama. I have an older brother. I have a twin sister, and I have a younger brother. My older brother lives here in Texas. My sister lives in Texas. My younger brother lives in Massachusetts. So none of us are in Alabama anymore. My dad still lives in Alabama, though. I went to the University of Alabama. Huge Alabama fan. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. When we lost the national championship in January, I may or may not have cried. I don't really know what to tell you besides that. I mean, I graduated from Alabama, majored in elementary education. I've been in education for 8 years. I moved to Texas right after college. Been here ever since. Met Matthew here. Besides that, I don't really know what y'all want to know. So, how much time do you spend making YouTube videos each week? It kind of depends on how many videos I'm putting out. And it's usually about the length of the video. So sometimes the video is 6 minutes, sometimes it's 40 minutes. So the length of the video plus about 15 to 20 minutes to edit it, which I'm a pretty fast editor because I don't do a whole lot of editing. And I also, that's part of my job, is to know how to use iMovie and how to get things uploaded really fast. So I'm pretty fast at it. One thing you should probably know about me is that I'm a pretty efficient person. I sit down, I get things done, I don't get distracted. People say all the time, like, oh my gosh, you just did that so fast. So for me to say, how much time do you spend making YouTube videos each week? Maybe 4 hours for the whole week. It might be more for other people, though. And I may spend more than that. I don't know. I've never really counted. It's something I enjoy, so I don't think to count up, how long I've spent on it. Which sticker book is your favorite and why? I don't think I could pick a favorite because there's 18. How do you pick out of 18? Had to pick, my current favorite would probably be The Color Story. Because I love matching themes every week. So this is really easy to make themes out of. I love that they match all the planners because I wish I could have all the planners. There's things that I love in all the planners. And I feel like this lets me get some of those designs from the other planners that I couldn't purchase because I didn't need them. I also love that it has like to-do lists and icons and things like that to keep it pretty but practical. So if I had to pick, this is my favorite sticker book right now. But I love them all. I also really, 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 really love the Mom Life sticker pack, and I'm not a mom. Honestly, I think I counted one day, and there's maybe 30 stickers in here that relate to a mom. And 30 out of 1,439, that means there's 1,400 stickers in here that don't relate to being a mom. They relate to being an adult. So I like to call this the adult life. And so it's just really functional type stickers, which my planners are pretty, but they're also practical. They work for me. I use them to plan. So I love this one too. So those are probably my top 2 favorites right now. Next question. Have you ever thought about growing your brand? It cracks me up that she called it a brand. Yes, I have. I have some dreams and goals and ideas for expanding in 2017, bringing more to you guys to really help you reach planner piece or planner, give you more planning ideas. So I have some ideas that I want to accomplish in 2017. I'm not going to share them yet, but I do have some thoughts on growing. How do you take your beautiful photos? I am going to make a video on this, I promise, because y'all have begged for the video. But just a quick little, how do I do it? That is true. I could see how if you're a stay-at-home mom, how some of it may not apply, because it is true. Like, it's kind of like a busy adult sticker book. I could see what you mean by that. You don't have them in the UK. That sucks. I don't think I could live somewhere that doesn't have Mamby products. Anyway, how do I take my photos? First off, I use a white background. I just have like a white foam board on my desk. I use natural lighting or this lighting system that Matthew has set up in here. And then I use an app called PicTapGo. PicTapGo. It is an app that is only available for iOS, for iPhones. For now, there's a video on a blog post on my blog about PicTapGo, which my blog is kellofagoodtime.com, not kellofaplan, kellofagoodtime. So there's a post there about how to use that app. I promise I'll make a video soon. It's on my list. It won't be next week because I have my videos planned for next week, but I'll try for the week after that. Last question. This is my last one. Yes. What planner is your on-the-go planner? My mini planner is my on-the-go planner, which my purse is right here, so let me grab it. This is my on-the-go planner. It stays in my purse. It has errands, to-dos. Hi, Alex. Events, anything that I need to know on the go is in this planner. This planner stays in my purse unless it's being decorated, and then it goes right back in my purse. So that's my on-the-go planner. Okay, so those were not all of the questions. There were so many more questions that I could have answered, but I knew that I wouldn't have time. So that's all I have for tonight. So before I go, I have about 10 more minutes until Matthew and I have to leave. So I can take any questions that you have for me besides all the ones that we just went over. And if you're just joining the first video, look, my watch just told me to stand up. It told me I'm sitting too long. The first video, I couldn't figure out the chat because I'm stupid, apparently. Just kidding. I know I'm not stupid. So it's like split into 2 videos. So you may have to watch both. Sorry about that. Do you think this teacher sticker pack would be good for non-teachers? I do. It's kind of like the mom pack in the sense that only so many stickers actually apply to teachers. Of course, there are some stickers that wouldn't work, or even they might still work, like staff development day. As a mom, you may not have that, but if you have a kid who doesn't have school, because it's a staff development day, then that might be a good sticker. Even a mom would want to know when report cards come home, or the first day of school, or the end of the grading period. I don't necessarily know if it's good for moms or people who don't have kids. I think it also be good for students. It's got a lot of like tests and quizzes. And honestly, like stuff like this, these fit perfectly in the mini planner. So I think it is. What is your favorite Happy Planner accessory? Oh gosh. Right now, probably the sticker books. Does that count as an accessory? If not, then the snap covers. I love the snap covers. What are you most excited for in the March release? The stamps. I'm really excited about the stamps. I've never really tried stamping in my planner, so I'm really excited to try that. And of course, I'm always excited for more stickers. What do you have on your list to buy next? I don't really have anything at the moment to buy because I feel like I have it all, that I at least not have it all, but have everything that I need. So my to buy list will really kind of depend on what they give us in our design team box for March and what we don't get, and what I don't get, I'll probably buy. I just got the happy planner. Do you have any idea how I can set it up? Yeah, Alex, I'm assuming that means you got an undated one. If you look on YouTube, there's probably, Alicia, hey, I miss you. You need to come back to Texas. The ADD planner, love her. She is so much fun in real life. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you're here. And thank you, Amy. Thanks. Any advice for someone who wants to get into memory planning? Take pictures. Take at least one picture a day. That would be my advice. Take at least one picture a day, even if it's not anything exciting. Take a picture a day. And then watch some Playing With Me's to kind of figure out what your style is. Hey, Kimberly, if you could make your own Mambi product, what would it be? I think I would design some covers. I know that they have some covers. You know, they have like packs of 3. But I think it would be fun to make, to design some other covers that are available to purchase. Just because I feel like when you buy the planner or I don't know, more options of like the laminated covers. I think it'd be fun to design some of those. Planner Addict box, do you get it? Correct me. Is that not the right name of the box? I think there is a Planner Addict box, but I don't subscribe to any planner boxes, so I don't get any of them. The only box I get is my design team box. That's what I meant when I said my March box, because we get boxes when they do new releases. A mini yellow snapping cover. Oh my gosh, Kimberly, yes, yes. We need to send that in to the people who design for them. Yellow is my favorite color. I love the yellow deluxe cover, a yellow snapping cover. Oh my gosh, can you imagine how pretty that would look with like the white discs, the new white discs that are coming, or the silver ones? It's the horizontal one. Are they coming out with more? I have the horizontal rose gold one. I used it for lettering, but I haven't used it since like November. The minis horizontal. The new minis are horizontal too. I don't know if they're coming out with a classic horizontal or not. I don't know what's coming. What is your favorite pen to use? The Papermate Flare pen. I also have a video on my channel with all about all the pens that I use. So you can check that out too. But Papermate Flare is my absolute favorite. Probably followed by the Mambi pens because they're really fine tip. And so a lot of times what I like to do is I like to write bolder things, like bolder, more important words with the Papermate Flare, and then like details with the Mambi pen because it's thinner. Okay, well, it's 5:55 now here in good old Tejas. So I told Matthew we would leave for dinner at 6. So I'm probably going to end this now. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the mix-up earlier with having to have 2 videos. This was my first live chat, but it was a lot of fun. I hope that I can do it again. Maybe we can do this, probably not every week. Don't have time for that, but every so often it'd be fun. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for all of your support and for your questions. And let's do it again sometime. Happy planning, guys. Bye.